not sure we need it for the second part, but here's the recording. Okay, so yeah, Ben's class, it's going to be fully online, and he'll be doing a lot of work with RTcmix and using big data, looking at data sets. And Ben's the real McCoy. He's a renowned seismologist, a researcher at Lamont Doherty Earth Observatory here at Columbia, and just a wonderful, nice guy. And Owner is actually going to be the TA for that class. My TA is going to be one of our grad students named Nina Fukuoka, and she's done some wonderful Unity stuff too. We'll be showing it off. And then finally, we have a class that's taught by David Adamczyk, and it meets, I believe, Monday mornings. I'd have to look it up, 10 o'clock to 12. It's called Mixed Media Composition. And it's basically, he's going to be doing it as a hybrid class too. Traditionally, it's been a class where you develop a piece of music that's intended to be performed live with some heavy electronics involved, and what you need to do to make that work, because these are sometimes non-trivial things. And I'm assuming he's going to do a similar kind of thing. I don't know if he's going to have a web aspect to the class or not this time, but it's a wonderful class. People who've taken it just rave about it. Dave's a wonderful guy, So those are going to be the 4 that we offer. Now we do offer another class called Introduction to Digital Music, but that's only for undergrads. So yeah, and it's hard to get into unless you're a music major. The wait list is quite long, but music majors get to be in. Okie doke. Right. So
Brad, one
yes.
question here. Sorry, the data sonification class is when? And
it's going to be Thursdays. Thursdays, 5:30 to 8 p.m. Eastern time.
Hybrid or online?
It's going to be online.
Okay. When you say that's the 4 we are offering, is the CMC, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep, that's the CMC classes. Zasha, of potential interest to some of you, Zasha DeCastri offers a class on composing for dance, and she does it like every other year or so, and I think she's offering it this spring too. So you should check that out, because that's also quite a popular class. Again, I'm not quite sure how she's planning to do it, given the COVID situation, but hopefully by mid-semester, life will be good again. We'll see. Anyhow, yeah, so we're coming down to the end of this class. Next week, like I said, we'll do project oh, Doug, yeah, that's fine, Doug, don't worry. Thank you, we appreciate it. Okay, like I said, don't feel that you've got to have a project if you're registered for this class. You're going to get a passing grade. I mean, it's a pass-fail class. You're not going to fail. The whole point is just to give you these tools and this information, and just see what you do with it in the future. Because you can't really do a whole lot until you've got the lot given to you. So, be prepared to talk about some ideas you have, and we can just kind of like bat those around for a while and just kind of see how things are going. Because I don't want this class to be a bad experience. I think it's been pretty fun. We've tried a lot of things I didn't know if they would work or not, and it's been kind of touch and go sometimes. But anyhow, so we can after the first part of this class, we can chat a bit about some of your projects if you've got some questions or concerns about them. And some of you have been contacting me individually, so we've already talked about that. The other thing is, even if you're not fully registered for this class, if you want to present something, that's cool too, because hey, we're that kind of place. Now, this multi-referenced first part of the class, what is it? Well, this guy who's on my screen, he's next to me. He's got a red shirt on and kind of longish hair. He can wave. This is Michel Vazirani. He's an undergraduate at Columbia who's finishing his degree in computer science. And about a year ago, he came into my office and said, hey, I'm having fun in computer science, but it kind of sucks. I want to do something interesting. And so we kind of kicked around some ideas, and he's basically been the guy who's implemented OSC in RTcmix. This is the stuff that will allow you to communicate directly with an RTcmix process that can do the algorithmic kind of thing on the fly, interactive, all kinds of good stuff like this. We'll be using this a lot next year. In fact, I'm going to probably use this this aspect of RTcmix to get the WebGL version of RTcmix happening, so that when you're using Unity, you'll be able to compile for the web in addition to goggles and fun things like that, and use all the capabilities of RTcmix. So he's finished it up. Doug Scott helped quite a bit. Hi, Doug, you're still there, so we'll give you a credit where credit's due. And it's a pretty good package right now. What I did was I asked Michel to come in and just kind of show off what he's done. Like I said, we'll be getting more into it in the spring. And what's been really fun is that he also will show you some of the things that I was trying to do, but I couldn't because of my screwy router setup. But he's able to he was able to set up port forwarding properly on his thing. So we'll be able to send like RTcmix scores over the web to his machines and, try some fun stuff like that. So I'm going to turn it over to him. He'll go through kind of what he did and kind of show you how it works. And yeah, Michel, it's all yours. Go for it.
Awesome. Thank you. Hi. Yeah, do people generally know about open sound control? Because if you do, half of what I wanted to talk about is out the window.
No, you should go through it. I mean, because we talked, and we use the UDP send and UDP receive objects in Max MSP. Open sound control is kind of like, I would say, a superset of that, because it also allows TCP/IP and it has a lot of advanced capabilities in terms of how you get data into it. So you should probably go through it, okay? Because I talked about it, but we didn't really explain it very well.
Yeah, so, I cannot share screen while another participant is sharing.
Sorry, I was playing my monks, so I'll stop them. Okay, you're on.
Yeah, so where am I? I'm here. Okay. So yeah, I just wanted to start on the Open Sound Control website itself, just to give an idea of what it is. It's very old, and it's a network protocol designed for music instruments communicating with each other. And the basic structure of how it works is in order to set it up, three main things are required. The first is, I would argue the most important, is knowing what path. Well, okay, I'm not very organized. So the object of this implementation is to be able to have a version of the standalone RTcmix where with the specific -O flag option that we implemented, what it sort of looks like is RTcmix will behave as a server, listening for these OSC messages. And the OSC messages will contain score fragments that other musicians' instruments actually send. And the way that, so some of the underlying things that you need to consider are that the host device has designated paths where it is expecting to receive certain types of information, and that's just up to the configuration of that device. So for RTcmix, let me open up. Can I open up a chat? Yeah, here we go. The path looks like this. If anyone has their own ways of sending OSC. I think Super Collider has OSC capabilities. I tried looking at if Max MSP has. I'm sure it does, but
yeah, there's a big package available from UC Berkeley, SynMat, that does a whole bunch of very fancy open sound control stuff, because they're kind of the developers of it, that work with Max MSP and with PD. I forgot to mention
ODOT, right?
Yeah, that's it. ODOT. I'll put a link in the webpage. We have a link to the basic open sound control page in one of our earlier classes, but I'll include it in this class too. I forgot to mention, we're missing some of our class tonight because the sound arts students are involved in what's called Mentor Week, so they aren't here. But if they were, Anthony Dean has actually used Open Sound Control a lot for doing lighting, because you can actually use it to control arbitrary instruments that do arbitrary things. So he's kind of a big open sound control maven, and if we need to, we can ask him questions. Okay, sorry, Michelle, go ahead.
Oh yeah, that's super cool. So yeah, the most important thing is the path to make sure that you're sending to the correct path for the receiving interface to be able to process it correctly. And then the other things that are important are so OSC messages are contained in, they call it packets, and each packet can contain these different types of data. They offer integers, floats, strings, and blobs. I'm still unsure what a blob is. And so the way that we have it configured for RTcmix is that when you run your cmix executable, your standalone executable with the -o option, it sets up a server, a listening server, and what is expecting at the -rtcmix-score commands path, it's expecting an OSC packet with exactly one argument, which is just a string. And that string is going to be the score command that you want executed. And then it just parses it. Actually, the biggest part of implementing this, which Doug helped a lot with, or I mean did entirely, was making sure that the parser is persistent. And so the idea of it is that I'm sitting here with my computer, I'm gonna start the server, and then people can send messages on the fly, you know, whenever, and it's a bit interactive in that way. And it'll just keep processing them. So yeah, I don't really have anything else other than maybe just showing how it works. So I have a terminal session here, and I'm in the sample scores directory of the RTcmix tree because I want to be able to send some sample scores over, and it makes the relative paths easier. But oh, can you see this, my terminal window? Okay. So you can see that I went into the bin directory of RTcmix and I executed the cmix executable with this -o. And that's what starts the Open Sound Control server to be listening. And so what I can do now is on a different computer, send something over, hopefully. Did you guys hear that?
Actually, no, we can't hear anything, unfortunately. Are you sharing the computer sound and everything?
Oh, maybe I need to do that. Let me stop share first. Okay.
Nuclear ambitions. Nuclear ambitions.
That's one of the sample scores. I like that one.
Yeah, we heard that. For people who don't know, that's actually a recording of George W. Bush.
And yeah, so that's like, you know, proof of concept demo. But what I also prepared for this class is I'm running a website locally that should be, okay, so let me actually send it in the chat.
Michelle, we're going to have to take turns with this, right? Because it's not like, or is it like the audio streaming server? Will it accept multiple connections?
I think it. I mean, we can test it.
Okay, cool.
I think. But yeah, this this series of numbers that I typed in the chat, if whoever wants to just copies that into their browser, and what you'll see is a page that looks something like this. You'll see script, an enormous box, and send to backend. And in this enormous box, you type your score, and send to backend sends it to my web server or my website, and then my website on my computer will actually send it over to RTcmix. If anyone wants to try that real quick, that's cool.
Want me to do it?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll try it first. Okay, and then we'll see if other people can connect while I'm connected. Okay, hold on a minute. All right, hey, I got the script. Okay, so I'm just going to type in a wavetable. I'll be simple about this. 0, 7 seconds long. 20, 1, 2, 3, 8.00. Okay, actually, let me make it a little more complicated. I'm going to put in a waveform too, okay? I'll say wave equals make table. Wave. Okay.
Here, background music.
Oh, you hear me? Okay, let me see. 0.5, come on, wave. Okay, I'm going to send my score. It looks like I don't have any syntax errors. So here I go, click.
Wavetable.
Uh-oh, I forgot to load wavetable. Interesting. Load. Okay, and now, sorry guys, equals make table. Okay, saw. Hold on. I was probably the worst person to do this because my typing capabilities are so terrible. Are you hearing me, by the way?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I wasn't sure. I thought maybe I was just talking to myself here.
Sorry, I nodded aggressively, but.
Okay, no, I can't see because I got my screen covered up by this. 20, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 0.5. Okay, and I'm going to copy this, so in case I need to do it, I can do it. And I'm going to send to backend. Oh, I did something wrong. Whoa, Lord. Yeah, I mistyped a few parameters there, it looks like. Start your amplitude. Oh, my pitch. I forgot to put the pitch in. I put the pitch as the stereo spread, so that's you're hearing a 0.5 hertz wave. Oh, that's fun. Okay, here comes the real thing, I hope. Yeah. Hey, that's so cool. That's
Can we
me.
send like whole scores with this, or does it have to be like a single line?
No,
right
no,
now?
it could be whole scores. Hey, actually, owner, why don't you try it? Because I think it'd be really fun for you to send something from Istanbul, you know?
Okay, I'll try something actually kind of complex, you know, like with
Okay.
like some audio, like speech analysis, like data as well, like with it. So let's try if it's gonna work.
If the file is on your end, then it won't.
No, it's not a file. It's like it's an array.
It's
you know?
embedded
Just
it's embedded in the score. Yeah, it looks like multiple people can connect to this. So
okay, I'll give it a try. Yeah.
okay, see if you can connect.
No, I'm connected. That's fine. So let's see.
Cool. This is
Out of
great.
curiosity, is the audio coming through Zoom correctly, or are you just hearing it from my speaker?
Oh no, I heard it correctly through Zoom. It was fine. Yeah, everything worked. This is so cool.
Okay, this didn't work for some reason. It said, okay, so I'll try it again.
What did it say?
Wait, I think it just said, I closed the tab right now, but like, it just didn't connect in the end. So
I didn't see. Yeah, I didn't see you connect.
Okay, I'll give it a try again.
I spent so much time trying to figure out like this website.
It says that like the IP address refused to connect. I don't know why.
All right. In that case, I'm gonna stop mine.
Oh, that's it. Actually, I see my score there.
Hey, there it is.
Yeah, well, so this is this is the terminal that's running the actual website, and
Owner, I'm gonna close mine down. Okay.
yeah. Okay. So sorry about that. Owner, you're gonna have to. Oh wait.
Okay, now I can connect actually, but maybe
Okay.
maybe it's like a I don't know, like we had problems with this particular score back in the day with RTcmix. And
The truth comes out.
I don't know. Let's see. Like I can
I'm
just
no longer
actually.
connected, so you might be able to send something. I'm no longer
No,
connected.
it broke the website, so I think it's my fault.
Oh.
I'll send a smaller array this time, like a shorter one. How about that?
Do you need to restart anything, Michel?
Let me see.
I crashed the server.
Oh, there you go. Okay, I'm hearing that. Okay, so owner, you want to give it a go?
Should I send the same thing again, like with that huge array?
Try just a wavetable.
Yeah, maybe try something simple first, and then we'll try it later, okay?
I'll just actually make this thing like much smaller here, the array. So let's try it like that. Okay.
Oh, message size. Oh, okay. So maybe what the problem is, maybe because it was so huge. Yeah, in order for the website to work, I'm using someone's osc.js Node.js framework, and
Again?
wavetable undefined.
Oh.
You got to do a load, yeah.
Yeah.
But it got your score. Cool.
Sorry, I just lost the thingy here again. Somebody else can send it in the meantime. Like I'm just reconnecting.
That was me. I interrupted you, owner. Sorry.
That's fine.
Well, it's working. But I sent my script in while yours was playing, and I think that's what caused the stuff to kind of like flip out there.
The pinging was me. Sorry.
Oh, is it? Okay, that's me. Oh, you know what? I forgot to change this. It's still playing a 0.5 hertz wave. Stupid, Brad. Let me recopy that. Here we go. Okay, now owner. Okay, I want you to send your score, okay? And I'm going to send my score partway through your execution, okay? And we'll see what happens. So go ahead and send that nice plucky stuff that you were doing.
I'll just send the array, like it's a small array right now. Let's see what happens. Okay, so actually it worked this time, but it's a small array, so like you didn't hear the speech.
All right, yeah, go ahead and try sending in the pluck string stuff again though, because I want to try and interrupt it.
The pluck string was me.
I didn't send that one.
Okay. We're like jamming together, Michel. I played a G too. Okay. Hey, everybody, just so you know what's going on, essentially then we have the capability now of being able to just set up a web browser, put in an RTcmix score, and then just have RTcmix play it. Now we could have that RTcmix process connected to a streaming audio server on the web if we wanted, and we'd be broadcasting to anybody who tuned in. It also looks as though this will accept multiple connections, so that people will be able to basically send things. I noticed the latency looked like it was about a second from when I sent the score to hearing it back over Zoom, which is not too bad. It's better than the 15 seconds we were getting with RSAS or something. There's a couple of tricks. You have to obviously do things that you don't do in Max MSP, although it's very similar. Rather than creating, like in Max MSP, the way I used RTcmix tilde was to create a score window and then you send it into Max MSP. This is a very similar operation, but you have to include some information at the top, like the sampling rate and which instruments you're using. You have to load them. That was my first problem that I had. What I think I'll do is on the web page for the class, I will link in a page that describes what you would need to do and include for this. First of all, getting RTcmix going with the web server enabled, and then how you would then approach setting up something that would allow you to send RTcmix scores into it. But yeah, this is what I was hoping to ultimately accomplish with the class, because this will set us up nicely for next term. We'll get the bugs ironed out and make it pretty easy for people to use. But cool, Michel, I can't thank you enough for the work you did. This is some non-trivial coding, and yeah, we discovered many interesting things about RTcmix along the way. And again, thank you, Doug, for helping to untangle some of those things. Yeah, I'm not sure actually Doug is still here. His icon is there, but he had a meeting I think he had to go to. So
It looks great.
yeah. Anyhow.
No, but thank you
nice.
so much for having me with the project. I really loved it, and great time.
Okay. Cool. Alrighty. Well, that's it, Michel. Unless you want to say anything else, you can go and like do fun COVID things now or something. Alrighty, gang.
I don't know.